Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to News Today, your only news source that will bring you news today. As you can tell from the lovely video quality, we've gotten some upgrades. This is mainly due to some purchases made by by the studio that my studio bought. It's not my dad's stuff. But we're here today to talk to you about the only thing that we really feel qualified to talk about. Now, last time we saw you guys, we spoke to you about the dangers of what kids were finding in their Halloween candy 3 years ago in 2015. These things included terrorists, child predators, and worst of all, marijuana. Now, due to many states across the country legalizing cannabis, both recreationally and medicinally, including the entire country of Canada, we want you all to know that the odds of finding pot in your kids' candy this year are incredibly high. And as I'm sure many of you out there would be concerned by this, we want to let you know, honestly, it's not that big a deal. Just like how you might give your son or daughter some sips of beer as they slowly grow up to give them a taste for what it might be, having a kid find 150 milligram THC edible in their candy, it's just like taking a sip of Guinness on your 9th birthday. I guess your dad's 41st birthday, but they were kind of around the same time. So if your kid eats candy and starts tripping, freaking out, it's okay. Red eyes, who cares? Get them some Cheetos, let them watch Doc McStuffins. They're going to be fine. But there's something much more scary that people are giving out this year in Halloween candy. As we know, as is clear by this cannabis legalization happening everywhere, hippies are taking over the goddamn world. And what do hippies love more than anything else? No, not the Grateful Dead, but what do you do at Grateful Dead concerts? Yeah, that's right. LSD. Lysergic succinylcholine and methylmalone we think is highly likely to be showing up in your kids' candy this year. And we want to give you guys an interview, an inside look with someone who has been giving out LSD to kids in their candy for years. You might remember him from the last video. He's got a slight wardrobe change because he grew out of his previous outfit. But we are going back with one more interview for the welder, with the welder, talking about how he thinks it's okay to give highly powerful psychedelic drugs to kids as candy on Halloween. So, let's jump straight on over to see what this degenerate thinks he's doing and why he thinks it's okay. What's up? I'm the welder. My real name's Brian, but I prefer my Navajo name of Running Water. And I like to give kids LSD on Halloween. Now, the first time that I ever tripped, I was 4 years old. I was scavenging with my friends. We were always bad kids from a young age, but we also were kind of like, smarter than other kids. So we would just go forage, find psilocybin. I learned how to synthesize LSD when I was 8 years old in my lab. I actually taught Albert Hoffman a little bit about how to do it. But what really matters is why I think it's important that kids get experience with this incredible chemical. Okay, so first of all, it's important to note LSD is not addictive, okay? So it's not addictive and it can't kill you. And there's literally nothing bad that can happen if you take it. I mean, there's just not really any bad side effects or anything. So it's kind of like, hey man, what's the problem? Kids do weird stuff all the time. So if they're tripping, it's they'll just kind of be smarter. A lot of people ask me, about my preferences. I don't wear a shirt ever. I'm really about kind of being in touch with nature and what's around me. And I feel like putting a layer of cotton between me and the outside world can really mess things up for me. So I don't wear a shirt no matter where I am. I'll be cooking, just be kind of hanging out. When I shower, I do wear a shirt then because I don't want the nature to be cleansed off of me. But yeah, so I just think that if kids could experience LSD from a young age, they would be better off. They could just learn things better. A lot of people microdose it nowadays, and it's okay, well, if you're going to take a small amount every day, why can't my 4-year-old? So, yeah, that's kind of it. A lot of people ask me what taking LSD is like. A lot of people are like, "Oh, did you see dragons? You know, did you suck your own dick?" And one of those is true. And you don't normally see dragons on LSD, so I'll let you figure that one out. This is actually filled with liquid DMT, so I can be tripping no matter where I go. So they say that set and setting are very important when you use any type of substance like this, so that is why I'm here in my bathroom. I got a toilet, I got a shower, I got a sink for running water. I'm not a big fan of going to different places, so in a more susceptible mindset, I wanted to be in an environment that was kind of all compact, put together, where I knew I could feel safe. So I wanted to do my job right, and I wanted to give all of you out there a little look into what your child may experience if they do happen to find something like this in their candy. Now, it typically comes on small squares of paper, such like this one. Seems like a terrible idea for me. You get a paper cut on your tongue while you're, sounds like a perfect remedy or way to get to a bad trip. But, yeah. So, this stuff is, we're going to try it, and we're going to see how this works out. So, let's take a trip. Alright, so it's been about 45 minutes. I think it's starting to kick in. My finger, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but my finger is like breathing, like back and forth. But have I always looked this alien? What? I want to dance. I want to dance. Well, folks, my experience was yesterday, and despite what that footage may show you, it was a completely awful experience. I learned nothing. It was not fun. I don't know why anyone would do that ever. And I don't really have words to describe how terrible it was. So, if this Halloween, you want to keep your kids safe, I say, stick to what we know works well. Okay, Prozac, Adderall. Your kid maybe doesn't feel well, give them a little Vicodin. Okay, but whatever you do, don't let your kids near this psychedelic bullshit. That's all for now. Thank you all very much for watching. And I hope you all stay safe out there this year.